I'll have to shuffle more footage in, so this is more of a rare spawn. We've already gotten a couple of times, but the like staring girl it needs to be more of a random spawn, I think. Good day. I also need to throw chat on here somewhere. I keep forgetting about that. I need to like put chat in like maybe like the bottom left or something. I don't know. I gotta think about that. Yay, Sonic Unleashed music, yeah. So you want to hear something funny? Oh, whoop. Sorry I'm late today. So, okay, so, yeah. Something kind of funny. So, obviously I'm late today, sorry about that. So I was having this dream last night, right? And I want to say, keep in mind this is a dream I'm trying to recollect now, so the details are a little vague, but I feel like there was like a dream with like a Chia infomercial or something, and she was like, I've done all these things and done all this research, and all you have to do is get fit. I've put everything into this one thing, and all you have to do is eat this one thing, and it's bang, bang, bang. My alarm went off right as she was about to say it. I don't know if my body intentionally knew that like I was about to wake up from the alarm and like literally tried to blue ball me in my own dream, or if it was just a crazy coincidence. It might have been intentional, but like that is very funny to me. But anyway, yeah, that was funny. But I think it was intentional, because like I've had nightmares before where earlier in my life where I still do kind of have a fear of like falling off things and like falling from great heights, and I would have nightmares where I'm falling and then I would wake up and I would actually be like halfway off my bed or like on the ground because I'd actually rolled off and like accidentally like fell off the bed. I got murdered by Kirby in the last dream, I remember. Yeah, I had some, dude, I don't have dreams too often, but I try and write them down when I do, because I have some wild dreams. I had like 2 dreams last night, like that was one of them. I tried to make sure to write down the interesting ones, or the ones I can remember, right? Because like you wake up and then like half the details are missing, so I try and write down like the other half, right? So what are we doing today? We're doing some SMT 5 Vengeance. We're gonna be doing some of that today. We're a little bit we're about halfway through the second area, so goal is to get through the rest of the second area today, and go beat up Lamu, see how that goes, and then hopefully get to the third area. Third area is where things should actually start getting a bit more interesting, because we have that one boss fight where I have to like go up against the boss with a bunch of extra press turns and everything, so that should be interesting if nothing else. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Hey Lorenzo, how's it going? I don't know, I feel like Pixie only will be fine, because probably what I'll do is I'll probably have the SMT 5 Vengeance be the first SMT game we do Pixie only, and then I'll like work my way backwards to like, I don't know, SMT 3 Nocturne and stuff, right? Like that, right? Okay. Let me bring you guys over here. Oh boy, copyright. Let's view the copyright notice. Wow, look at all these words. I have definitely read all of this. Anyway. Alrighty. So, I've been poking around a bit more in Demon World and trying. No, you're good, Lorenzo. I'm just like, I know you get excited about those runs, but for me personally, I think Pixie Only is gonna be fine. I think Pixie Only will be hard enough, especially if I want to do like the super bosses and stuff. Because I know it's technically possible to do MC only. I've seen the video where people did it, and it'll be slightly better than that. And that took like somebody a crazy long amount of time, like multiple runs of like both of the cannons, just so you could get like all the bombs that he needed to like survive. So, hopefully we don't have to do too many runs like that, where he literally did like, I think a couple of runs just to like get all the minimons and like get all the bombs so the MC could survive. Because it was just the MC. Props to him for doing that, so it'll be slightly better than that. Or slightly worse? Better? I don't know. Oh, right. Let me do this. So it's, the controller isn't constantly connecting and disconnecting. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I've been poking around in the compendium and stuff, and doing a little bit of research, and it turns out Nuwa is actually pretty. Oh, wrong Nuwa. Nuwa is actually pretty good. So this is her. She's got two things that going for her. First thing is Firmament Restoration. When user resists or nulls an attack 2 or more times, adds one press turn icon at the start of the user's next turn. This does not have to be on the same turn. This does not even have to be in the same battle, in fact. So if we use her in random fights, if she resists or nulls an attack in the first fight and resists or nulls it in the second fight, that counts, and you get an extra press turn on the next turn. This doesn't stack, so you can't like use a bunch of gems on her and like manually like get a bunch of extra press turns off of her, but you can get at least one. So the other thing she has going for her is her unique physical skill is actually pretty decent. Let me just look at her essence, because I took it off her because I don't really need it, but you can build her that way, so I might as well talk about it. This is her essence. Dancing Strike. Unique 3 medium physical attacks to 1 foe. High chance of landing critical hits. It says medium. This is how you should know that, like, this does not... Basically, okay, so yes, it's technically medium, but all 3 hits combined are more damage than Freykugel. So, you know, medium is a bit of an understatement. Also, each hit has a 30% crit rate chance, which is like the same as Brave Blade, but like 3 times. So, you know, this is a pretty good physical skill. Like, it's not like anything too, well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not like best in slot, but like you can run this. You can run Dancing Strike and give her a build for it, and it'll work just fine. And you can get some ancillary benefits, right? Like, she might still get the firmament thing if you're going up against the right boss, but have been doing classic runs lately because of an absence demon team comprising of Pixie, Slime, Mandrake, and I think Preda. They have weaknesses and also different resistance. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The one towards the end of the game. Yeah. That one's always kind of interesting, right? The let's take low-level demons and make them actually really strong. I wonder what that's like on Godborn, because everything's already pretty strong. Anyway, so we're gonna try and use Nuwa today. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna try and get to the 3rd area, start working towards that one boss fight with all the extra press turns. That is the plan for today. Was that an endgame abscess? I thought it was a mid game. Isn't it the one? Isn't it one at the top of the mountain in the last area? I seem to distinctly remember that abscess as being one that's like really up there, isn't it? Like way late in the game. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember. Because it's in the 4th area, if I remember correctly. There's like an abscess that like is like, hey, you know all those low level demons? Let's make them super duper strong. My goodness. So I connected with Bluetooth. Look at this controller, dude. Like, look. Jolt, jolt. Goodness gracious. I don't know what to do with this PS4 controller, man. I plug it in via via cord and it stutters all the time. I connect it via Bluetooth and it stutters all the time. I know I got it used, but man. Blue deserty area with train tracks. I got Tao's a member. Yeah, you're pretty late in the game. Is it the 4th area? There's 4 areas in either version of the game. The main difference between Vengeance and Canon of Creation is the 3rd area is different. And some story stuff is different, so. Humans made these roads, right? So why would they go all the way? They help you get around. I do like the Japanese voice acting. It's pretty good. Yeah, man, like, look, it just stops. Stop. Okay, well, that's because I ran into a bush. Stops. Like, it just keeps, like, jolting out. It's so weird. Maybe I just need to... You know what I need to do? Hold on. Let me get through this real quick and see if I can get this dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Canon of Creation. Okay, yeah, so you're pretty late in the game. How do we want to do this then? I guess we just, pass, change. White Rider. This fish in metaphor is annoying. Oh yeah, the fish enemies in the end game. Yeah, they're kind of funny looking, but they're fairly difficult. Yeah. Dang. Oh, I should have swapped him out for Sakya. Oh well. Okay, let me do something real quick. So let me swap this dude back out for Nuwa. Let me try something. I have another PS4 controller. I want to see if it's like the cord, my computer, or the actual PS4 controller. If this thing has any charge. Because I have this one, and then I have another one. We'll see if this one has any charge to it, though. Okay. Oh, I have to connect it to the computer, right? Via Bluetooth. It has a charge, at least, so we can check this out. Add Bluetooth or other device. Bluetooth. All right. Hold the share button and the power button. There it goes. Connecting. Paired. Okay. So now if I turn it on. Great. That's weird. Oh. Is it gonna go? Nope. Maybe this doesn't have as much of a charge as I thought it did. Yeah, I think I need to charge this one. All right, I'll figure it out later. Let me just plug this in this one in now. And then I'll find out later if it's the controller, my computer, or the cord. I'll do some A/B testing. In the meantime, I guess we'll revert back to old reliable, the Xbox 360 controller. You know, because apparently that's still more reliable A wired connection is still way more reliable than a Bluetooth connection or a PS4 controller plugged in. Maybe I just need to change the cord. I have thought about that. So, what's your like ideal demon team to deal with that? Oh wait, you probably abuse Magatsuhi to deal with that. Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I think mostly I just cover most of my resistances. I think honestly, I remember using Yoshitsune, I think, against that group. I don't think it worked out too well, but I remember using it against them. Him against them. I'd have to go back and look at my original playthrough. It's been a while. Like at least, what would you say? At least a year or so, right? Because this game came out like 2024, mid 2024-ish. Oh, they're gonna try and... No, I'm not giving you my Maka, dude. Screw off. Oh yeah, that's right. The fish are slippery little buggers, aren't they? Dude, I'm so looking forward to Metaphor MC only run. Gotta get through Pixie first, though. So, what are we doing? Let's go ahead and debilitate. Do I know what any of these guys are weak to? No, I haven't fought them yet on this playthrough. Let's go ahead and buff and heal. Sakia took a decent amount of damage there. Let's taunt with Nuwa. Let's just try ice against Naga. Okay. Heat wave. Okay. Let's go ahead and debilitate one more time. Yeah, I know. Sometimes the old way is the best way. Okay, it's not ice for either of them. For any of them, I should say. So let's go ahead and change out Lucifer, I guess, for somebody else. We'll just do like... Man, I really should swap out Agrat's almighty skills for ice skills. Yeah, I might have to do that here soon, honestly. I've been putting it off, but... Ba, 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 dum, bum. Speaking of Yoshitsune, is he viable yet again? Probably not. I mean, he's not gonna have a good enough luck stat to like get over their luck stat for doing attacks and stuff, is he? Okay, weak to electricity, as I thought. Right, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and Kanabi Veil. Fierce Roar to keep up the targeting. We'll go ahead and charge. Wait, is Danu DLC? No. I think one of the versions of Danu is Canon of Vengeance only. I think you can get either version. I think you can get her snake version from either Canon of Creation or Canon of Vengeance, because you fight her there either way. And you do kind of fight her. You get a little bit more of Danu and or sorry, oh sorry, I thought you were asking about Nuwa. Danu. Danu is DLC. Yes, sorry. I thought you were talking about Nuwa, because I've been using Nuwa and everything. Danu is DLC. Yes. Danu and her son. Yep. But Nuwa is Canon of Vengeance. Nuwa is Canon of Vengeance. Like this version of her. Because there's the two versions. There's this version of her, which is Canon of Vengeance. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about this lady. But yeah, I believe her and her son are both DLC. Yeah, Dogda. He's pretty decent. Both of them are pretty decent. I wouldn't say you need them. They're a little, I haven't used them as much here. His unique skill lost is pretty good. Having it have a chance of insta-kill is nice. You can stack that with something like, say, Loa, and have it have a much higher chance of happening. Same with like Matador's crippling blow or anything, right? And then Danu has a pretty good unique matriarch glove. Can be useful for certain boss fights since it gets rid of ailments and debuffs for all allies. It doesn't have like a luster candy effect, so you have to run that on her. But apart from that, she's pretty, it's got some good stuff there. Do you know a good demons have good resistance against wind, fizz, or ailments? Give me a minute and I will get back to you on that. I can check the compendium for you real quick. Let me get through this fight, and then when I get to save point again, I can check the compendium and we can kind of theory craft a little bit if you'd like. Okay, one thing at a time. What are we doing here? Let's Kanabi Veil. Let's, do we need a Sakura here? No, I think we're good. Let's just bull. Pass. Hasa to buy. Yeah, okay. So that's viable again. Not great, but viable. Maybe I would be better off, honestly, bringing out the other dude. Nah, whatever. Let me Evergreen Dance. And then I guess we'll just go ahead and Spyglass the Naga, Fire, and Wind. Okay. Let's change out Yoshitsune for... Where is she? It's not Nama, it's Lilith, right? Yeah, Lilith. Okay. Blossoming Sakura. Yeah, how can you tell that I'm playing SMT5 Vengeance, guys? There's no way you could tell that I'm playing SMT5 Vengeance just by looking at the party. Let's Kanabi Veil, or do we have to debilitate? We're good on debilitate for a while. Okay. Let's go ahead and... I think we just pass, or maybe energy drain. No, let's just pass. So what, she can pass again? I don't know. Guard, I guess? Yeah, go and guard. Because you're, Nice! There's the press turn icon from Firmament. Finally. These dudes keep using wind attacks, which she repels, so... It doesn't count. It only counts if she resists or nulls. So, now we get an extra press turn this turn, which is very useful, obviously. I think you can just pass here, honestly. Do you know I like how they've incorporated SMT1's Lilith design into the Kadishu Lilith. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I guess it would make sense that they'd have similar overlap at the very least, right? I guess just going guard. Keep working on one of those dudes. I might want to swap out like... I think we're doing okay. I think we'll eventually win at this rate. Let me just Kanabi Veil. And then we'll Evergreen Dance. Okay. Again, for their Magatsugi skill. Unlock some royal archetypes. Nice. Yeah, those are pretty fun to mess around with. I do kind of dislike how you can't pass skills from them to other classes. I feel like build variety would be more interesting if you could do that, but overall they're fun, so. They're fun to play around with, at least, so. Alright. Murakuma time. Might as well have her attack. Since we're running Omagaki critical right now. There we go. Alright, that took a while. That's why I don't know, I've been kind of avoiding that's fine, I guess. I've been kind of avoiding random fights for that reason. Is like they take a while, they're not too interesting. I'd rather do like a long like boss fight or something, you know. Speaking of, I think we've got the first fight against the Celtic guy coming up, or is that in the next area? I think that might be later. I'm trying to remember. We got something coming up here. Seems Llama's no longer here. I'm gonna run a scan just in case. So fun fact, I checked with my like free range camera. Lamu isn't even loaded in yet. I guess not until you get closer. Oh, Yuzuru. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum. All right, we're coming up on a save point. Lorenzo, you wanted some help with theory crafting, yeah? You want some demons with good resistances, right? What level are you at? If you're still here, let me know. We can theory craft a little. Let's go to original. We'll sort by level. Yeah. Fion Mikumhel. Yes? What? What is the question? So what's the level that you're at? Do you need help or would you like some help? I can help you if you'd like. We can theory craft some if you'd like, but if you've got it, that's fine, but okay. Fair enough. I'm going to move forward a little bit. Let me know when you're ready and I'll come back to the World of Shadows real quick. Gotcha. What's up, Amanazako? No? I can't remember there's something I gotta do. Oh. Alright, see you, Amanazako. Can't say I'll miss you. Alright. I'll have to find a new navigator at some point. Actually, I could probably go back to an earlier area and grab one, can't I? I never did the let's make a slight detour. I'd like to go grab a navigator. Is there anyone that I can get that you guys want in particular? I was gonna just go grab the mermaid one. I think I have to do a couple of quests for her to do that, but I'm fine with that. Level 74. Okay. All right. Yeah, because you're pretty late in the game, so you should have options. And you wanted stuff that was good against wind, fizz, or ailments. Like just ailments in general? Or like a specific ailment? So let's see here. So original, and we've sorted by level. So you're level 74. Sort by level again, because it was sort of based off of like... Okay. So 74-ish. I have Thor, Siegfried, Tau, Abaddon, and Lupgaro. So I guess our first thought is like probably we want somebody who's good against wind, right? Or physical. Gotcha. So we want somebody who's decent against Gurulu wouldn't be bad. He's nulls wind and is resistant against sleep, mirage, and poison. He wouldn't be a bad option. Let's see, who else do we have who would be good for this kind of thing? Grimhelka is weak to sleep. Grimhelka. If you have Nahabiho, if you can cover his wind weakness, he would be good for this. He's already resistant to physical. Really good demon anyway. Would recommend him in general. And you can go and get him now if you're in the 4th area. You should be able to get him from a quest in that area, so you don't even have to fuse him. But you could if you wanted to, like, put resist force on him or something to cover his weakness. What else we got here? Ooh. Lacacious is kind of interesting. She's resisting against pretty much every single ailment, but she's weak to force. You could cover that and make her your buffer or debuffer for the party. She would not be a bad option. Who else we got? We're getting kind of down there. Armadi, I think, is Vengeance exclusive. You do a quest for her. She looks pretty cool, though. Q-Chulane is a good option. Q-Chulane is a really good option here. Resist physical, nulls force, resist seal. Unique skill is Gale Bolg. Medium strength base force with pierce effect. Always lands a crit. So it pierces and always crits. So he's a really good option. Would recommend him highly just in general. And I guess we could try and see if his companion piece, the lady, is good for this fight as well, because she, I think, always hits, right? So when he's on the field. So see if I can find her real quick. Where is she? Is she like down here somewhere, or is she up above? I can't remember. Well, I haven't seen her, so I assume she's up above, right? Yeah, so Q-Chulane, I'm just trying to... Oh, there's Scathenge. There she is. Yeah. Null's wind, resist seal, Warrior Trainer. When basically when Q-Chulan's on the field, user attacks with positive skill potentials will not miss. So her wind attacks or her physical attacks will not miss. Actually, this can be combined with a pretty cheesy strategy. Yeah. If you get any of those physical skills, because she has a physical skill, like positive like skill potential, if you get any of those physical skills that have like a really low chance to hit, but have really good damage or crit chance, and you get Q-Chulan on the field with her, she can spam those attacks because she'll never miss with them. So you can get something that only hits like 50% of the time to hit 100% of the time. And like completely negate the downside as long as Q-Chulan's also on the field. So I would recommend that maybe. She also innately gets Abyssal Mask, which greatly reduces the chance of getting insta-killed or afflicted with ailments. So that could be good for you. So I guess I would recommend her and Q-Chulan, and then maybe like what are those other demons we talked about. So yeah. There's a skill with a guaranteed insta-kill with Hama and Mudo, but I forget which demon. If it's Hama, I believe it's one of the riders. I believe it's Pale Rider. Here, let me... Or White Rider for the Hama skill. Yeah, it's White Rider for this. God's Bow, unique weak light attack to one foe, chance of insta-kill. I believe this has the highest chance of insta-kill if the enemy is weak to light in the game. There might be a dark version of this as well, but I can't remember what it is. So at least for light, it is White Rider, but that's fairly down the Fiend line, so I don't know how much of the Fiend line you've been doing, so... other than that, I mean, there's always Die For Me. Right? There's always Alice for Die For Me. What level is she? There she is. Yeah, she's level 40. When yeah, Die For Me. So, either of those would probably be good, right? Two to 6 medium dark attacks to random foes, chance of insta kill when striking weakness. So yeah, could be useful. The only thing is, if the enemies have like, yeah, because if the enemies have like darkness resist or something, or null or repel darkness, this could end up costing you press turns. So I'm not sure. Hold on, I have a way of finding out. So if we go to Apotheosis, Essence Fusion, skills, what about dark skills? Do we have a dark skill that like is the same? Evil Melody. Who's got Evil Melody? Oh, Trumpeter. Oh, I see. Interesting. I think that's probably... Yeah. So it looks like Trumpeter is the guy with the other dark skill, that single target, that has the highest chance. Evil Melody, chance to insta-kill one foe. Dark. Die For Me is a good move. Yeah, it is. I enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah, we're just theory crafting a little bit here. Lorenzo's having... Oh, yeah, Aiden. Sorry, I didn't see you. We're just theory crafting a little bit. Lorenzo's been having issues with the, like, abscess with, like, the low-level demons that are cracked in the last area. So we've just been going over some things that might help him with that. But yeah, if you want single target, like, darkness removal, it seems like Evil Melody's your best bet with Trumpeter here. Pretty good demon overall as well, obviously. Nulls sleep and seal, so that would be good for you. So yeah. The only thing is obviously both White Rider and Trumpeter are fiends, so you have to be going through and like beating them through the fiend side quest. Which I assume you might be doing, but like maybe you're not caught up on it or something. White Rider you should at least have access to, because he's like about halfway through it, level 43. You should be able to beat him at this point in the game, considering you're already in the level 70s and you're in like the last area of the game. So you should be able to go back and find him and beat him if you haven't. So I would recommend him with his God's Bow and everything. So that's probably your best bet if you want to have like single target like light or darkness removal for Preda. I beat them. I just forgot to fuse Matador. Fair enough. Matador is actually pretty good in the early game, and he kind of like looped around back to being good again, just due to his unique skill. Well, not unique, I guess. His innate skill. You can also do this with a couple of other demons, but combining him with Loa has a high chance of like just insta-killing anything that he hits with a crit. Which is where like stuff like Yabusame shot comes into play. Honestly, this build could be better. Yeah, I should like mess around with this build later. This build could be way better for trying to like get the crippling blow off with Loa. No wonder I was having so many issues. He doesn't even have like anything to buff his crit rate. I'll have to try that out maybe later. Another thing to work on later, I guess. So anyway, let's see, where are we? Right, I was gonna go see if I can get a new navigator. I was thinking we should just go grab Mermaid. Oh, he's just saying, hey, if you want to go fight the speaking of Matador, we could go fight Matador a minute. Could go try that, see how that goes. Let's go see if we can pick up a navigator. Like I said, mermaid or whatever. Where is she? She should be down by the pool, and then we have to do a couple of quests for her, right? So let's go do that a minute. But yeah, the fiends are pretty decent demons. They've got some interesting uniques and stuff. But they're not the be-all end-all, but they're pretty useful in general. Pick up this Minimon while I'm here. Yeah, I haven't really like combed over everything yet. Yeah, I really should probably make Matador better. Him plus Loa is pretty good for like random fights if he can crit consistently. That's a bit of a big if, but given that I think with Loa on the field, his insta-kill effect is like a 60% chance. It's pretty good, you know? 60% chance to just kill anything. Yeah, that's pretty good. At least as long as it's not in a boss fight or something, right? An enemy that nulls insta-kill or something. Alright. Hello, mermaid. I realized you're mermaid. See your friends? Sure, I can do that. Mermaid's essence. Alright, let me just teleport back to the ley line. Yeah, because Matador could be a lot better. He was okay for like non-Godborn, but like if I want him to crit consistently, I should build him towards that. So let's see. For this quest, yeah, I have to go down this way. Maybe I should do that next time I get a chance. Maybe once we're done with this mermaid quest. Hello. Who do I have to fight for this? Because aren't they under the thrall of somebody? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, right, it's Pazuzu. Yeah. All right, come here, Pazuzu. Let me see. So I think my best bet is to debilitate here. Buff. Taunt. Let's try electric. No. Nothing. Okay. Let me go ahead and spyglass. Ice. Okay. Pray to resist light. Okay. Yeah, so then either Alice, or if you want to go for it, Trumpeter. I think you can get Trumpeter. You just have to do you can spell honest. It's fine. You're fine. I'm so screwed. I mean, you could get Die for Me or like Alice or something. You don't need the best skill. You could just get like Alice and like get Mama Dune or something, right? You can technically at this point get where's our ice user? Are you our ice user? No, but you should be, honestly. Yeah, you're our ice user for some reason. Yeah, maybe I'll have to mess with that later. Okay. Maybe I'll do some like messing with builds before we fight after we get our new navigator here. Before we fight Lamu. All right, let's debilitate one more time. We're gonna go ahead and Blooming Sakura. No, you're good, cool. Like, you put in one extra letter. It's like nothing. You're fine. All right, well, this dude's not going to be able to do anything, is he? Let's, Evergreen Dance. Pass. Defend. Oh, defend. Hit him with ice. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Why do I have Lucifer on the field? Who cares about you? Bring up the Nahobiho. I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. I'm realizing some of my builds aren't as good as I thought they were, so I've been trying to like rework them for Godborn, but so far it's been okay. We're making our way through. It won't be till the next area where things get a little bit hairy, because I want to get the achievement for I want to get the achievement for beating that one boss without getting rid of any of her press turns, because I haven't gotten it yet. But we're on Godborn hard, so it will be literally the hardest version of her. So we'll see how that goes. It might go very poorly, but we'll see. Yeah, it is pretty cute, isn't it? It's cool that he's also a pretty good demon as well. His unique, that's a take on one of the MC's unique skills is fun. Yeah, thanks. We'll see how that goes. Well, I still got to get through the second area first. I'm just backtracking a little bit to get a navigator. So we have a navigator at least. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. Get infusion real quick. Actually, you know what? I'll have Sakia do that. That's fine. Let's Evergreen Dance. Rita Soda. And we'll go ahead and just defend with her. We'll Jack Tempest. And we'll go ahead and Omnipotent Succession. A Kanabi Veil. How's Debilitate doing? We're doing okay. Yeah, I guess if he ever does get his Magatsuhi skill done, Godborn gives him, you know, the Pierce Magatsuhi skill, so he could technically use that at some point, but so far he has not, so let's just go in Sakia to keep up buffs, and then we'll go ahead and Fierce Roar to keep up that. Tempest. Let me just double check if Debilitate needs to be. Yep. Limpa again. Kanabi Veil. Amrita Soda. I need to buy more of those. I only have like 8 left. Defend. And then I guess we'll go ahead and Evergreen Dance. And then next turn we'll be able to finish him off, maybe? We'll see. Nice! We got to resist at least. Alright. So let's Omagaki critical. See if we can finish this dude off. Murakumo, like 2, 3, 4. Gosh, Omnipotent Succession is just so broken. Once I get to Cannon of Vengeance, I have to make a more like offensive build of the MC, because boy howdy, he's not living up to his full potential, that's for sure. This like more reserved like defensive build of him is pretty good, but man, he could be doing a lot more damage for sure. All right, that should probably be it. We'll see. Yep. Bye-bye. Nice. Level up for MC at least. What are we putting our points into? We're gonna put into magic just so it's like all 100 plus. I don't really care about that. That'll happen at some point. Let's just go ahead and keep putting our points into like agility or something. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still at the point in the game where a lot of bosses don't have like pure skills or anything. So, unless they use their Magatsuhi skills, they can't do too much to our group just because our resistances are pretty good. Might have figured out another to strat one way or another. Guess it's the true goal is ailments. Okay. Well, yeah. Hope you figure out something there. With Pixie dead, she can't heal, and with the slime is who's the true cause of ailments dies, the match will be a cake. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that battle would be kind of fun to do with my own Pixie slime and like the same demons. That fight would be kind of fun to do with like the same demons, but I don't know if I want to go through all that effort, to be honest with you. Oh, 3 grimoires. Oh, that's a pretty good reward, actually. Okay. Now we just have to go beyond Akita. So how did you deal with that abscess battle? I don't know, man. It's been like a year or two. I remember doing it like the first time when Vengeance came out. And I think I remember trying to use Yoshitsune, and that's all I remember about that battle. By that point, I was in the late game, so I probably had answers to, like, whatever they had. Some more vitality for Satan. Okay. I'll take that. Okay. How do we get up there? We gotta get up around... Right, we have to go all the way over there, don't we? Okay. Let me just teleport over there. If you want to know how I dealt with it, your best bet is honestly just looking at the VODs, because I would have to look at the VODs as well to, like, tell you for sure how I dealt with that. How'd you get Satan on this? It's Godborn. So we're on our 3rd go around. To get Satan, you have to beat him and then start a Godborn run, and that unlocks him for fusion. It's a special fusion, so you need certain demons, including Mastema and stuff, but yeah. Yeah. Hey, Nuwa. You're actually not a bad, Oh, that's right, there's the Koryu boss fight. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Mushu. You're an interesting demon as well. Yeah. Godborn basically puts all enemies. So Godborn gives you access to beating. Okay, so beating Satan gives you access to a miracle that increases the level cap to 150, I want to say. And then Godborn puts all enemies to level 150 with a stats to match. So like all those like birds flying around and everything, their levels are all 150. So even if you go in with like level 99 demons, you're still gonna have a rough time of it for most of the game, just because of you can't out level them that easily. You can eventually. You can eventually get to like level 150 and be on par, but everything will still be on par with you stat wise. It's what's gonna partially what's going to make that boss fight so hard. One sec, let me try and get this Mitama, and then we'll fight the water booby lady. Let's see what we got. Spy scope, weak to electricity. Okay. So change out you for Zeus, I guess. Yeah. Pass. Debilitate. Unique electric. Cool. Grimoire. Swap back in. Sakya. I think she's weak to fire or electricity. I can't remember which. By the way, it's not ice. I want to say it's electricity. Well, let me just bring in Lilith then, to start with. Or, well, if it's electricity, then it would be Zeus, right? So. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, and who are you? Just out for a stroll in the middle of nowhere, are we? Could it be you were looking for me? Explain the situation. Ah, you want me to lift a curse. I see now. I could certainly do that for you. But you'll have to do something for me first. I love the thrill of a fight, as fate would have it. Though it's an unfortunate flaw in my personality. I think you understand. Defeat me, and I'll do as you ask. How about it? Can you keep me entertained? Then it's a deal. Just know that since we've agreed to fight, I won't be holding back. Are you prepared for me? Then here goes. Let's see how long you can withstand my raging cascades. Alright. Ooh, boss music. Nice. Alright. Yeah, so you can see she's at level 150 here. You can't see what her exact stats are, but they're high. We'll just assume that they're high. Actually, we might be able to see them once we use the, like, spy scope on her, but one thing at a time. Yeah, there you can see. So now that I've used the spy scope, you can see. Oh, it's fire and ice. Nice, good to know. All of her stats are above 100. Her lowest stat is 181 at her agility. Like, look at her magic stats, 345. Technically the max in the game is 999, which you can eventually get, but yep. Hellish Spurt. Let's Kanabi Veil. That's a fun attack animation. Nice. Thanks for the extra press turn, idiot. All right. Let's go ahead and Kanabi Veil. Let's go ahead and pass. Defend. Karanos. Debilitate. Pass. Defend. Karanos. And we'll go ahead and Evergreen Dance. There we go. Yes, please keep giving me more press turns. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and Kanabi Veil. We'll go ahead and heal and up buffs again. And we'll go ahead. Feet, who is Feet Waifu? Yes, yes. She is... are you talking about Nuwa, or are you talking about the boss? The Anahita? Because, both of them have their feet out, so... Can I show you my team or no? I mean, I'm not sure how you would do that. I mean, if you wanna, if you wanna post them in the Discord, there's a entire spot for that in the Discord of like sharing demon builds and asking for help with them and stuff. There's an entire like little thread thing there where you can post all your stuff if you want. Should be, hold on. If I do the Discord command, it should post the link if you want to join and post it there. That'd probably be the easiest way. I can't guarantee I'll get to it on stream, but I can always, somebody else can always like give you some advice there, or I can check after stream. Let me just bowl here. Okay. It's not showing up. Oh, is it not? Okay. Let me write down that I have to fix that. It should be in the description on Twitch. So Discord is not working. Let me circle that. Wrote it down. Like Nuwa's vibe more, yeah. Let me go ahead and grab the link for you real quick manually. I'll just post it in the Discord chat or in the Twitch chat real quick for you, and then I'll fix that later. Before tomorrow's stream, I guess. It should be relatively easy to do, actually. Sorry, I know there's no audio because I alt-tabbed off of the game. I'll fix that later. Oh, double audio. There's the link. Copy link. Why is it? Okay. Let me just... Come on. There we go. I don't want to do a whole redirect. I just want to give him the link. There we go. All right. That should be good. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Okay. So, let's see. Should I swap out Nuwa for somebody? But the extra press turns are kind of nice. I think we're doing okay. Let me just nip it in succession. Kanabi Veil. We already bowled, so let's just pass and defend. Karanos. Evergreen Dance. Pass, defend. All right. Sounds good, Lorenzo. Good luck with that. Okay. Thanks for the extra press turn. All right. Gosh, Nuwa really is good. It's just basically free press turns off of a tank. Because you can get somebody to like tank skills anyway, but Nuwa just gives you extra press turns pretty easily, so. Plus, with Kanabi Veil, she's taking like very little damage actually, relatively speaking. Let's up Fierce Roar again. She's good. She's got her uses. Mostly just for her charm skill. You can use that against certain bosses and everything. For example, it's useful against Demi-Fiend actually, because his Jack Frost is weak to charm. So you can always get an extra press turn off of bringing in Cleopatra and having her charm him, and maybe charming some other guys. I've gotten her to charm both Jack Frost and Demi-Fiend at one point, and made him like waste a turn, which was nice. So can use her for that. Yeah. Pull. Yeah, we'll go in bowl. That's fine. Yeah, because the way Nuwa's skill works, by the way, the reason why I'm giggling over getting extra press turns here is Firmament Restoration. If she resists or nulls to skills, to attacks, she adds an extra press turn on the next turn. This can be on different turns, so if she resists one on one turn, then resists on the next turn, extra press turn. If it happens between battles, extra press turn. The only where place this doesn't work is with the trainer battles or whatever, the like virtual battle sims, because they reset buffs between fights there. But yeah, if I, for example, resist a skill or resist an attack in this fight and then go into another like random fight and she resists one more skill, it'll get an extra press turn next. So it's pretty good. She innately reflects force, but everything else she can get a resistance on. So I think you don't run null, because if you run null, enemies won't use those attacks against her. I think that's the reason why you don't run null. But yeah, you could run null. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not totally clear on why people don't run null on her. So I think that's the reason why. All right, let me see if I can do some damage here. Okay. We got to re-up buffs this turn. Let me just Kanabi Veil. Fierce Roar, yeah, upgraded version of taunt, basically. It taunts and gives her an extra stack of defense. Not super important. You can run taunt. It costs slightly less MP, but, you know, might as well. How's a roar taunt someone? I guess it's just like, here I am, come and get me kind of thing, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and critical. Murakumo. Mm-hmm. Darth, you keep trying to will this meme into existence. Clearly you have seen that I get way more baited by, I've gotten way more baited by, well, maybe you haven't been, but like, I've gotten way more baited by people talking about, Thurgy and P3R than, Chrono Trigger DS content. And even that I've like started to stop reacting to as much just because people keep trying to do it. So I've like stopped reacting to it because people keep trying to get me with that. Oh, low health animation. Okay. Nope. Okay, incoming Magasui skill. So let's make sure we cannot be Veil here. Let's go ahead and just pass because she's got a Fierce Roar this turn. Evergreen Dance. We'll go and pass and defend. Okay, incoming unique skill. Well, that certainly was a turn, wasn't it? All right, how much health does she have? Do we need a Omnipotent Succession again? She's getting pretty far down there. I think if we just crit, we should be fine. I don't think we need to do the full Omnipotent Succession crit strategy here. Maybe we needed to. Well, let me go ahead and Konami Veil. I don't know. I guess they were working within the constraints of having to like have a whole new area and everything, but yeah, certainly was not super fun. I don't know, maybe if you like spaced it out a bit more and didn't do everything at once, it wouldn't be as bad, but yeah, definitely was not super fun way of doing it. At least 2 cut songs reused, yeah. Songs were good. So at least there's that, right? Honestly, like, the concept isn't bad. Like, with being able to help, like, a monster village and everything is kind of neat. But, or, like, help that village and everything. I think the execution just was kind of eh. Just with, like, the quest structure and everything. Concept was good, the execution was not. Alright. Now we can go back and recruit Mermaid as our navigator. Singing Mountains in Battle 2. Okay. You're strong. I must say I've taken quite a liking to you. A promise is a promise. As the victor, you've earned it. I'll go ahead and wash away the mermaid's curse for you. There, everything should be fine now. The curse has been lifted entirely. Now then, I think it's time I return home. I greatly enjoyed our time together, mysterious demon. Should you ever end up desiring my power, you need simply call on me. As long as it's for you, I'd be more than happy to help. Anytime. I'll see you later then. Yeah, that unlocks Surfer Fusion if you haven't done this quest already yet. Alright. Let me save the statue, actually, because it'll be useful for leveling up Demi-Fiend later. So, let me teleport over to... probably, where is she? She's, like, over there. Yeah. Yeah, over here. That's fine. Okay. Is that, Mitma? No, it's one of those pot dudes. Yes, yes, you're very scary. Ooh. Anyway. Hello, mermaid. And then if I go... So if I go over here, is she going to be over there, or do I have to, like, go and talk to her again? I can't remember. No, she's not here, so. Can you be an evil, merciless asshat in this game? Not quite. You can choose either the route of chaos or law, or somewhere in between in this game. So you can choose to be, like, survival of the fittest. The weak should fend for themselves. If they can't fend for themselves, then what's the point of them being alive, kind of deal. Or you can be like, everybody deserves to be protected under the, like, under the eye of God, and like, people should always live within the rules no matter what, that kind of thing. Nice. Now we have our navigator. All right. But yeah, you can choose to be a goody two shoes, like law person, or you can choose to be like survival of the fittest chaos, or somewhere in between. And create a world. You can create a world of law and order. Or you can create a world of chaos, or you can create a world for humans with no demons or angels. So, depending on your choices and everything. Things are slightly different in the new routes, because there's this route, which is the base game from the original version, and then they added on a new, like, story route kind of thing, where it changes, like, the third area you go to, changes a lot of the story, and it changes which endings you can get. So, by introducing a new character and kind of, like, fleshing out some of the ideas that didn't get super, like, explored in, like, the original story. So, for example, you have, like, 2 human companions that go through with you for most of the game, and they, like, have input on, like, what you choose to do during certain, like, side quests and stuff. And so they'll talk back and forth, and you can kind of get an idea of, like, what the 2 routes are, and, like, what their opinions are on everything. As well as them being, like, you know, members of the party, so you can, like, use them there. Okay. So let's head back. Let's see. Did I do everything? Yeah, I pretty much did everything I wanted to. Let me head back over here. I just wanted to go get a navigator, so we did that. There's probably an easier way to get a navigator, honestly, but I just remembered getting mermaid that way, so. Let me stop by here a minute. I kind of want to make Matador a little bit better. What do I need to do to make Matador better? Murderous Glee. Do I have somebody who already has that? Looks like I do. Who do I want to use up? Honestly, kind of tempted to use up this because this is also Fizz Pleroma. I don't need Critical Zealot though. And I could get Fizz Pleroma from somebody else. And then I need to get him Bloody Glee as well. I guess I don't care about High Fizz Pleroma. It's fine if it does it, but how good be the Rideout game? I'm not sure. We'll find out together. Once I get through P4 Pixie, I'll start playing that on weekends. So, you know, once we'll get to find out together. But it sounds like from everything I'm hearing in chat, because people have been talking about it in chat a little bit, it sounds like it's a good game, so that's good. Sounds like people are happy with it. I guess I don't care too much about that. What else do we want him to have? We could give him like null physical or something, maybe. There's not anything that helps increase his WoW DLC. What about DLC? Technically, Matador is DLC in the original version of the game, because he's part of the Demi-Fiend quest line, which was DLC in the original version of the game, but in Vengeance, he's a base game. They added in all the DLC from the original version of the game in for free. They did add a couple of demons that are DLC, like Dogda and Danu here. Oh, Rido has DLC. Yeah, I haven't looked at that at all. I haven't even looked at the Steam page since it came out. I could look at that a minute, actually. Now I'm kind of curious when you say DLC. Let's see what kind of, like, fun times I'm going to be spending my money on here a minute. Let me just bring up the store page real quick before I... Let's see. Rido Remastered. What kind of DLC did Atlas throw at me this time? Am I buying any of it? Let's find out. $50. That's good. That's about where PS2 remaster remake should be. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's nice. What do we have for DLC? This is the digital deluxe edition, so I assume this includes all the DLC. Demons of the Arrow Rift. A special book upon completing quest. Is this like an art book? It looks kind of like an art book. Book of Magecraft. What's the... One user reviews. Review type all, purchase type all, language, all languages. Because it is Atlas. Okay, great. That is a very useful review that tells me exactly what this thing is. I don't understand what this is then. I guess it's a special book? Maybe it's like a weapon? I'm not sure how books fit into the game. I'm guessing they might... So this is a skill book pack. for high tier skills. Recommend who want to save time enhancing demons. Okay, so that's something I'll buy like probably once I'm in the late game. XP currency, yep. So you have your basic saving time DLCs. You have a free DLC. The ultimate spoiler about who the real culprit is will be added to the detective journal. It is not recommended if you haven't viewed the main game yet. Gotcha. So it's a special briefing that you can download later about the culprit, but it spoils things, so they made it a DLC, I guess. That's kind of interesting. Crafting items to make boss fights easier. To thank players for their continued support, we are offering useful in-game items for free, except it costs $2. 2 somas, 5 survival eridons. It says free. Product is free. You have to link your Sega account to get it, though. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so you can get some healing items and stuff if you link your Sega account. Okay. So, nothing too crazy. It looks like the only thing that's actually, like, new content is the guest demons pack here. And the, like, maybe the book thing. Does it say... Oh, I see. So we have, Zeus. We have these two. Cumhail, Koryu, and Artemis. So some SMT 5 demons. Okay. And how much is it? $4? That's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, for like 5 or 6 demons. As long as they're not super broken, I guess it's fine. If you want to become Hail My Beloved. OP demons? Oh, okay. So it's our usual OP demons / OP personas DLC. Okay. I mean, they're cool, so I'll probably get this one. Probably what I'll do is I'll get the book one and the demon one, and then I'll hold off on buying the others until we're in like the late game. Or I've like pretty much beaten the game already, and then that way I can focus on just like playing through as normal. Honestly, the DLC demons are just fine. Okay. That's good to know, Jaffinator. Yeah, I'll probably get this and the books for completing the trials. And then the rest looks like it's convenience, quality of life stuff that I'll probably buy like once I'm in the end game. So that's cool. He's like dressed up in the the Rhino outfit there. That's fun. Yeah, I do kind of want to... It's too bad they don't have English subtitles on these streams. It'd be fun to get developer insights on the game. Maybe I'll just have to learn how to read Japanese at some point. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Rhino DLC. It's not too bad, honestly, compared to some of the other DLCs. Pretty standard stuff. Okay, that's good to know. Probably what I'll do is I'll just house rule it. Where I usually do, where like I don't use DLC personas or DLC demons until I get to the level that they're at, because I assume it's like kind of like the same thing as always, where it's like they're in the compendium but you can buy them out for free one time, even if they're at level like 60 something. So I'll just wait till like level 60 to like buy them out or make them in that case. So anyway, back to making Matador better. So let's go ahead and Essence Fusion. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to put on him? We could put like Great Lifespring on him to make no Mommy Cleopatra. Yeah, maybe with the mods. Not sure what you mean. Do you mean I've seen that the DLC is a thing? Yeah, I've seen that the DLC is a thing, but oh, you're talking about the Matador farming thing. Safeguard? That's a good point, yeah. Well, I'm just using... Why would I need Safeguard? I'm using Yabusame shot. But, yeah, no, this is like Mitoma farming meta. I just wanted to make him better, because I had him as a buffer and debuffer because of Red Capote in non-Godborn, but at this point I'm like, why? So missing doesn't cost turns. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. He's got room for it. Doesn't need to debilitate, that's for sure. Safeguard. Yeah, we'll just use this. That's fine. Okay. Could also run Dragon's Eye, I guess. That wouldn't be bad. Not sure what else to put on him. We could always change things out later. Might as well throw a Dragon Eye on him. And then we'll try this build for getting through some random fights a minute, I guess. Any random fights that get thrust upon us. We'll use Quintalong. That's fine, yeah. Just use whoever's like the lowest. Honestly, High Fizz Pleroma really doesn't matter with this build, but we could probably change some things out later, but this is probably fine for now. Wait, I just realized, are you actually... Wait, is it actually the Jaffinator? Hold on, are you actually... I just realized, I think I've been watching your videos. I think that's why I have Nuwa. Wait, I just realized your profile picture. Why is it not? The very same. That's very funny. Sorry. Thanks for your videos, by the way, man. I was literally watching your stuff the other day. That's why I was in the party now. Because I was going through your passive stuff. Thanks for doing that. That's why I've been running Nuwa this time around. Yeah. Also, do you have Loa in the party? Yeah, I've got Loa. No, gosh. The Loa meme. The, like, seal Loa meme. But yeah, that's cool, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate your videos and everything. I saw your, some of your, doing metaphor as a minimalist thing. I want to do a quote-unquote pixie-only run of the game at some point. Where it's just MC, and maybe I can find a mod to make what's-her-face like a pixie. I don't know. I'm trying to keep things consistent, you know? Because I've been doing pixie-only runs for the Persona games, doing the original P4 right now on the weekends, so... But yeah, man. Cool stuff. Thanks for hanging out and everything. Appreciate it. Ah, shoot, now I'm lost again. I always get lost around here. This is a bit of a odd spot for me with all the verticality. Oh, hello, Minimon. Really? Yeah, that's too bad. I remember, I've done a lot of, like, Persona 3 stuff. Right, I did some Persona 3 Fez videos, because I first got into Atlas, like, during COVID, with Persona 3 Fez. It's about when I started streaming too, and I didn't find any really good like video guides or anything, so I tried to make some of my own. They're a little rough around the edges, you know. You get better at making things, hopefully, and you look back at earlier stuff and you're like, man, that's rough around the edges. But anyway, point is, I did a bunch of videos about like you know, doing social link stuff, and those did really well. And then I tried doing one on like, hey, here's the basics of how to actually, you know, not die in Persona 3 Fez, because, you know, people talk about that game being fairly hard. Yeah, that did like half as well as the other videos. So, you know, there's that. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. I did like, yeah, just be what it be. I made the mistake of like trying to make a video about all the games I played off stream last year. I spent like 2 months on it. It was like 2 hours long. That was a mistake. I should have just like chopped it up into like individual videos for like a couple of them. It would have done way better. I got like 20-30 views on that, I think. I mean, to be fair, like it was outside of my wheelhouse. It just how it be. Sometimes you just gotta stick in your wheelhouse. So, but yeah. Oh, is it Come Hail time? I remember that Come Hail is on a bridge, but I cannot remember like what else there is, or like which exact bridge it is. Oh yeah, it's Come Hail time. Sorry, I know he's probably got an actual like name and everything. It's just very funny from an English speaker perspective that his name is that. Metaphor hype died real quick, yeah. I think honestly, Jaffinator, I'm so disappointed with the end game of Metaphor. I feel like there were some changes that Atlas could have made really easily to make the end game a lot more interesting. Considering like their other games and everything. I'm honestly a little bit surprised they didn't do extra DLC for it and everything, right? Considering how well it did overall. It's just stuff like you can't farm out like incenses basically from late game enemies in the last dungeon there. You can't buy the shrooms even in the end game. Like if they just added the shrooms to like one of the vendors in the market when you get back to the first city there, so you don't have to like constantly re-roll the shroom thing if you want to make good food at the end of the game. What do I want to do here? Probably just that, yeah. I don't know, I just was a little disappointed with the end game on that, to be honest with you. It's concerning when there's more videos of Clifford the Big Bug Red Dragon getting one-shot than legitimate attempts. Dude, I was so done with New Game Plus by that point, going through all the story stuff again. By the time I got to him, I just used the like +4 press turns item. I had like 20 of them. He didn't get a single turn. I have no idea what that boss does. I have done like a bunch of other bosses. I've done everything. Like I've done Demi Fiend on hard at this point, right? Like I've done all the bosses on hard, at least for this game. I've done like the hard bosses for like Persona games. I just did not care at that point. Like it was like so uninteresting, like combat wise at that point, and like I had gone through the whole game twice. I just didn't care at that point. It was like also at the end of like a 10-hour stream, I was just ready to be done with the game and move on by that point. I feel like the New Game Plus experience of Metaphor is very weak. I was able to get like all the hangouts and stuff done on the first playthrough, so there wasn't anything to like worry about or like be excited about there. You know, I had done everything on the first go around. Like there wasn't any like branching paths I missed out on or anything like that. I think I maybe missed like one town or like one photo spot that I had to do or something on the second go around to get the achievement. So yeah, to be fair, I have no idea how the balancing is in that game, just because I grinded way too much during the demo, so it's partially my fault, right? But still, it wasn't. Yeah. I really wish they had leaned more into like the branching paths kind of thing. Shoot. with Metaphor, like making your own like journey and everything and giving it more replay value. Like at least have some towns that you have to pick, like going to one or the other on your travels or something. I don't know. To be fair, like there's probably plenty of stuff that if you're not like super min-maxing, because like let's be real, we've both played a lot of Atlas games at this point. We know how the Persona system, like daily system works, you know. They did a good job of like making every single like new area it was always like the best idea to raise your social stats there than in previous areas, which is something that Persona kind of falls into, where, you know, in the late game, you're always just like throughout the entire game, you're just running the same like social stat activities to like raise them most effectively. But at least with Metaphor, they did a good job of like swapping that up so you actually had a reason to go and do like whatever the newest thing was. And overall, the story was pretty good. It was just told in a very underwhelming way for me personally, at least. Like I have problems with like how Persona 5 story is told as well, so it's not a surprise really, considering it's the same team. Yeah, I have a lot of complaints about given that Persona 3 Fez was my introduction to Atlas and everything. I obviously have a lot of complaints. Well, maybe not obviously, but you can probably guess that I have a lot of complaints about Persona 3 Reload. I think I'm one of those weirdos who actually likes the original Tartarus, and I think that the new Tartarus in P3R takes longer and is more mundane. And I find that there's so many. I could go off, man. I gotta make a video on that at some point. I really do. They could have done more with Twilight Shards. The rework of the equipment system is terrible. I don't understand why we're selling drop items now. Shuffle time has not been improved to like the standards of like say P4 Golden. There's a lot. The monetization of like P3R, there's a lot there obviously, but I'm sure, yeah. Okay, hold on. What are we doing here? We're passing and defending. Thurigi being a thing, right? And like that whole debacle, because like you can make Thurigi work, you can make gauge skills work. I mean, SMT5 has made gauge skills work, right, with Amagaki and everything. Or sorry, Magatsuhi and everything, right? So you can make gauge skills work. It's just they didn't. There's so many missed opportunities with P3R and the whole like the femc thing and everything. Just very disappointing. Very disappointing game overall, in my opinion. There's so much they could have done and they just didn't. Yeah, I still have to fight Liz properly with P3 Fez. At least with P4 Revival, which I still think that Revival is not a great title. They could have picked something better. At least with P4 Revival, you have less to like really worry about. It's just going to be a remake of Golden with like some new combat and like new dungeon designs, and I'll be okay with that. Like I won't be disappointed, you know, like that there's not like some femc content or something, right? Because I won't be expecting it to be there. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll be great, to be honest with you, but I think it'll be fine. Like, I'm just, like, not even worried a little bit about how hard the combat is at this point, because, like, I don't expect it to be hard by any means, but, the only thing I'm worried about is the team that makes the P4 Revival game is probably going to be the same team that works on P6 whenever that comes out in, you know, another 10 years or whatever. Uh, so I just hope that they learn from their mistakes and we don't have like another okay, we don't have another Thurgy situation, honestly. And before Persona 4 dancing content for some stupid ass reason, I could see like outfits from P4 dancing. That would make sense, right? Get some outfits from there. That would make a lot of sense, but yeah. Okay, so what are we doing here? I've been on autopilot a minute, just talking, so what are we doing here? We could debilitate again, but I think he's fine at -1 for attack. Kanabi Veil. Yeah, it's too bad this dude isn't more unique. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to when the More Demons mod is like kind of finalized for this game, because it looks really, really good. There's a lot of cool stuff there. But still like needs tweaks balancing wise. So I mean, probably once I'm done with Godborn, I'll probably take a break again from SMT5 again for a little bit, and then I'll probably come back and do like a full playthrough of P4 or with only Pixie, and also probably do a playthrough with like More Demons at some point in the future with a More Demons mod, like do a fresh playthrough or something once that's finalized and everything, and he's not still like adding a bunch of demons and like tweaking balancing and everything on them. Sorry if I'm talking your ear off, Jaffinator, about all this stuff. It's just, it's nice to have somebody who's also kind of in the thick of it, and like, because like there's a lot of people who play one or the other, but like it's very hard to, it's nice to have somebody who like keeps up with the stuff as much as I do, and to like kind of commiserate about Atlas's strengths and weaknesses. So but yeah. Yeah, I really wish this dude was better, man. Like, his unique healing hand is kind of fun. If this was, like, always restores ailments or something, maybe, or, like, had some extra effect, this would be kind of interesting, considering he's also got physical skills. But, I mean, this isn't terrible. It's just, I'm trying to, I don't remember what its exact amount is, like, on the back end, so I don't know. He's like a good all-arounder. It's just like all-arounders tend to like fall off pretty hard in the late game. You really need to be good at something to be worth using in like the late game, unfortunately. All right. I think we just pass and defend, right? Yeah. Is Bayonetta one of the demons? No, but I think they got both Dante, and I think I saw Virgil in there as well. I think they added Virgil as well, which is very cool. If true. I'm going off my memory, which, you know how reliable that is, but yeah. All right, omnipotent succession or Akuma time, energy drain. Just attack, I guess. Get the extra press turn. Karanos. Debilitate. No, I think we're doing good there. We'll go ahead and Kanabi Veil. Up buffs again. Defend. Right? Yeah. Chronos. Evergreen Dance. And Bowl. There we go. Yeah, the extra press turn does help a lot. And just having all the damage go towards one demon also helps quite a bit. I don't know, maybe they'll add Bayonetta. It's possible. It'd be cool if they did. I know they added some of the SMT heroes, like SMT 1 and 2 heroes from the gacha game. So it's possible that they'll add Bayonetta from the gacha game. Because Bayonetta was like a collab event in the SMT gacha game at one point. And it's too bad that that thing's not like isn't a bit more free and open, and it's also just got so much bloat. Oh, speaking of which, doesn't the the P5X gets its global release tomorrow? That'll be interesting. I don't know, man. Oh boy, more Persona 5 content. Just what we all wanted. No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun for like a week or two, and then like the honeymoon period with it will end, because that's how gacha games work. Unfortunately. Okay. I need to debilitate again. I don't know. I guess the one downside here is like we're kind of getting into P4 territory, where at this point I know I'm gonna win. It's just a matter of how long it takes. That's the one thing I'd say about Godborn, because that's one of my complaints about P4 Golden as well, is if you play on very hard or whatever it is, bosses take a bit too long, in my opinion, to like actually go down, even though you've already basically won at that point. That's why when I play P4 Golden at this point, I usually play it with like you taking like way more damage but dealing normal damage. I find like that's a much more fun way to play. I don't know, maybe that's wrong, but that's just how I feel about P4 Golden. Well, I guess maybe that's the way the game was designed, but I just find it that I have more fun, rather than saying maybe that's wrong. Stick up for my own opinions a little bit here. Come on. At this point, I've got some credibility in that statement. Nope. What else are we doing here? We should probably Omagaki critical next turn. Debilitate's good. We haven't thrown up Kanavi Veil yet. Let's do that in a minute. And then I guess we can bowl here. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Godborn. On the one hand, it's a really cool idea, and it makes bosses more interesting because you have like access to pretty much everything at this point, but bosses are still somewhat of a challenge because of stats and everything if you don't over level. Or I guess like immediately jump to like level 120, 150 with like grimoires and like mitamas and everything, right? But on the other hand, random fights are super annoying this way, and for the first half of the game at the very least, you're not like challenged too much, because if you're running good resistances and everything. All right, so let's go ahead and critical. Let's go in Murakumo a couple of times. Murakumo, right. I'm just used to the English pronunciation at this point. Yeah. Like, we've been at this for a little bit and he's still not below half, so. We're getting there, though. I think it'll come back around there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So, might as well just attack there. We'll defend on the next time it comes back around to her. Well, there's at least under half, so there is that. How's the Debilitate doing? Doing fine. Evergreen Dance. Oh, I thought we were gonna get back to Nuwa. Shoot, I should have defended on her turn. Did the math wrong. Okay. I don't know. It would be cool to see like another collab with DMC at some point. With the SMT games. I just don't know if the will and the want is there anymore between the two like studios and everything. But it would definitely be cool if it happened. Like if they got a collab with like Bayonetta or like DMC or something. Maybe when the eventual DMC 6 comes out, right? Maybe for that they'll be like, oh, we're gonna release SMT 6 around the same time. We should like totally throw them in or something, you know? I always thought it was like a big missed opportunity that we never got Virgil, like DMC 3 Virgil or anything in SMT 3. He would have fit very well with the themes of that game, power and everything. Just the way that the timeline worked out, but yeah. Let's just omnipotent succession. Kanabi Veil. Yeah. I know, there's probably something better. I feel like I should probably be... Ooh. I don't know, maybe Zeus isn't the way to go here, honestly. So let me see. His strength stat is 101, and Kuranos is severe. Oh, it also has Pierce, which is nice, but that's kind of whatever. But like, what's... Because Agrat's fire... Lilith is 114 magic. It's also severe. I'm trying to remember what the exact numbers are for... I wonder if there's an exact numbers mod that like gives more detailed descriptions on the skills. I should look into that at some point, so I don't have to like check the wiki every once in a while for like what different skills actually do. Because Atlas likes keeping things vague, which works fine for Persona, but doesn't work as well here in my opinion. I need to redebilitate. Bowl. Firmament. Kanabi. Let's just pass and re-up. I don't know, maybe it'd be better to have somebody other than Zeus. I guess I'll try changing out Zeus for somebody else in a minute. Different electric user here in a minute. Somebody who might deal a bit more damage. Go and defend. Not this turn, because I've already casted Kanabi Veil, so... I guess I'll just re-up Debilitate here. Okay. Oh, did I not? Huh, that's weird. Why didn't you go for Nuwa? She's taunting. That's very odd. I'm not sure why that happened. Okay. Let me go ahead and change out Zeus for... I think Lilith, right? Yeah, do I have anybody else who has electric besides him? No? Okay. Might be worth investing in that later. For now, let's just see if this does more damage. Probably will. We have to re-up buffs anyway. Zeobarion does about the same, I think. It's about the same, honestly. And Zeus's can always crit because it's a physical, so his has a chance to crit. Actually, am I running a crit like Bloody Glee on him? If I'm not running Bloody Glee on him, I totally should be. Yeah, he doesn't need all of this coverage. This coverage is nice, but I should run like Bloody Glee instead of like Patna Spain or something. Yeah, okay. Because that's the nice thing about Kuranos, is that it can crit without, like, Omagaki critical or anything. So I should probably change that out when I get a chance. Okay. Oh, one thing at a time. Speaking of Omagaki critical, though. Oh, wait, duh. I should have saved that for next turn. Dang it, that was stupid. Alright, well, whatever. We've got it, so we might as well Murakumo a bunch of times. Was not paying attention to my turn counter on that. That is very unfortunate. Okay. Make sure I Kanabi Veil this turn. Pass. Re-up Fierce Roar. Could probably Debilitate here again. Yeah. Because he's going to Pierce next turn, so get his attack down further. And then we'll pass and guard. Nice. Interesting that the Omagaki Pierce doesn't seem to affect normal attacks, only skills. So, very interesting. Okay. Well, let's just Kanabi Veil a minute. Re-up buffs. Go ahead and guard. Zeobarion. Go ahead and Evergreen Dance. And we'll bowl. Okay. Thanks for the extra press turn. Let's go ahead and Omnipotent Succession. Let me go ahead and... Ooh, what do we want to do here? Kanabi Veil. This fight has taken way longer than I thought it would, but oh well. I might actually have to, no, I think we're good. I was thinking we might have to use Sakya's Magatsugi skill, but I think we'll be fine. I think once we get yeah. I think once we get another Omagaki critical up, if we can, especially if we can get extra press turn for that, we can probably finish him off here pretty soon. Nice. Gotta re-up buffs this turn. I just re-upped debuff, so we're good there. Let's guard. Yeah, there's the low health animation. Evergreen dance. Then probably next turn we'll be able to... Yep. Alright, let's see if we can finish him off this turn. Is that going to count? No, it's not. Okay, interesting. So it's individual attacks. Even if it's a multi-hit attack, it only accounts for individual attacks for Firmament. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's Omagaki critical. Two, three, four. Alright. Energy drain. Just do a basic, well, yeah, go in Fierce Roar here. Gotta re-up that anyway. And then Steoparion. Okay. Let's go ahead and Kanabi Veil. Energy Drain. Guard. Okay. So that should be Firmament. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, let me go ahead and... Actually, does Nuwa need to do... Well, let me see here. Let's Kanabi Veil. Heal and keep up buffs. And then I think you can just guard. Like, it doesn't matter. Until you need to re-up your taunt, so... Debilitate or nah? Evergreen Dance, maybe? Yeah, Evergreen Dance. Thinking if I wanted to get rid of Nuwa's seal. Bowl. Okay. Slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady wins the race. Might as well just have her. Yeah, because Nuwa has to up her, there it is. Has to re-up her taunt this time. Okay, so Evergreen. Yeah, Evergreen. There we go. Come on, show me that extra press turn. Heck yeah. Alright, let's finish him off, shall we? After, like, 20 minutes or whatever. There it is. All right. Way to go, team. Nobody leveled up. Okay. Bro, wait. Has the game been like super quiet for you guys this whole time? Holy cow. Nobody says anything. Nobody ever tells me anything. Gosh darn. The game has been super quiet this whole time. I had it turned down for when I was like doing stuff off stream and nobody said anything. Crap. Dang it. Ah, man. The things you miss when oh shoot, when it's early in the morning. I'm sorry about that. The game has been turned down this whole time. Ah, shoot. I had it like at 15% volume. Oh. Nobody says anything. Aw, oh, man. Okay. Well. ラフムに連れ去られた友人を助けるためにここまで来たと。悪いな。俺様の早とちりだ。とはいえ、お前さんのせいでもあるぞ。悪魔と人が歩いてりゃ疑って当然だ。私たちはベテルの関係者です。ベテル？ああ。あの神のしもべどもか。それで生徒を助けるために。この辺りで。私のような服を着た人間を見ませんでしたか？悪魔に連れてこられた生徒なら俺様が助けたぜ。全員かどうかは知らねえけどな。ここから南西の方角に妖精族の集落がある。Yeah, the Japanese dialogue is pretty good. It's kind of interesting. As I've been listening to like more Japanese dialogue, especially with the Yakuza series, because I've started to pick up certain words here and there. It's interesting to see how honorifics are treated differently in Japanese versus the subtitles sometimes. Like sometimes they'll refer to somebody by their title or their honorific, but then the subtitles will say like the proper name for them. So it's just kind of an interesting thing to start noticing. I guess you just listen to a language with a translation for long enough, you start picking up on certain words here and there. I really should sit down and like make a concentrated study on this at some point in my life, but apparently I'm more concerned about making a concerted study over stats and skills, apparently. Oh nice, Tao healed us. Right, I forgot she's been doing that. Yeah, that is very useful on your first playthrough for sure. Having just Tao to heal you all the time. All right, how do we get up there again? Mr. Directionally challenged over here. I think I gotta go up through that building, right? No? Is it over this way? It's over this way. Spyglass, okay. Anyway, gosh, dude, I remember going through here on Canada Vengeance and like my internet was just dying. Oh, that was such a bad time, man. It was so bad. Like I literally couldn't stream it. I had to like just upload the VOD manually for that one because like it was so bad. Oh, I forgot to swap in Matador and stuff. Okay, got two of them. Oh my gosh, Matador is already almost dead. Okay, well. Okay. I don't know, whatever. Yep, alright. Didn't get the Mitama. Oh well. Oh, he's back! Ah, I see, okay. I guess just like... Should I guarantee a crit here or what? What should I do here? Could do this. No, that's right. He resists Almighty, doesn't he? Dang. Okay. Just make sure he doesn't miss here. There we go. Small glory crystal. Oh, right, it's glory. Well, at least we got the XP. So, that's good. Oh, I just keep putting into 2 agility. Maybe I should be dumping this into strength, but it's kind of whatever. I really need to think about what I want out of the Nahabino's build at some point, but... Nope. What do we got here? I haven't fought these guys yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and just debilitate. Spyglass. Get their data real quick. Kabusume shot. Got one of them. Nice, that lets me know what this one's weak to. Not that it matters, I think we're just gonna pass here and debilitate again. I guess we'll go ahead and buff, heal. Oh man. Okay, well now I know what I need to run on. Okay. That's not good. Well, what are these guys weak to? Light? Yeah. Well, actually, that kind of works out, because if I just bring in White Rider, I can use Loa's effect anyway. Yeah, I need to run like Enduring Soul or something to make Matador a bit tankier. Isn't Vitality just saying it on Godborn, huh? At the very least, Enduring Soul would probably be a good idea. And then we just go ahead and Mahabarion. Dang, missed. Okay. Or Null Physical in general would probably be useful here. I guess I could just Omnipotent Succession and just wipe him out probably too. Got rid of one of them. Make sure you don't miss this time, hopefully. God's Bow. There we go. Probably should have just gone with that. Party. Oh, that's right. Some people want to have a conversation. Let me... heal everybody real quick, and then bring in Matador again. I really should give him, like, Enduring Soul or something, though. Because, like, what does he have on them now? Yabusume shot, Dragonite. Dragonite can probably go, unless we just want to get rid of... Because, like, Safeguard, Evade. Yeah. Either is fine. Do we need High Restore on him? We don't need it, but it is useful. Could probably honestly take High Restore and High Fizz Pleroma. Okay, so we'll take these two off and we'll give him like Null Physical and like Enduring Soul or something like that. Give him some defensive capabilities so he doesn't just die immediately in Godborn. Okay. Well, next time we get to a save point, I'll do that real quick. How do I get up there again? Do we have to go through the parking garage, I think? Yeah. Not dealing with you right now. Up, up. Okay. Do I have to jump down here? I can't remember. I don't think I do. There's also an optional boss here, which I don't know if we'll have to do or not. I know you have to do it for one of the side quests, so maybe I'll just... Ah, here we go. Okay. Nice. Let me jump in and give Matador some defensive capabilities. Because goodness gracious. I probably don't have Enduring Soul available, do I? No, I do. But I don't want to use up the Awagami type 0 yet. Right? Yeah. So we could use up Nahabiho. Yeah, that wouldn't be terrible. But I can probably save him for something where I need both High Restore and Enduring Soul, right? I could just grab one from Siegfried again, or Kudlok. Alright, let's just grab one from Kudlok, I guess. Unless, because we need... This would give him Resist Fizz at least, but I kind of want Null Fizz, don't I? Yeah, okay, let's just grab it from Kudlok then. And then for... I mean, I could grab Repel Physical, but that would take a minute. Yeah, it's probably worth doing. Well, we were going to give him Enduring Soul and something else, right? Enduring Soul and... like, Null or Repel Physical, I guess. Yeah. Repel Physical would be better. I don't have Null Physical available, though, do I? I don't. I'd have to go and grab it. Alright, might as well grab Repel Physical, then. So I need Abdiel and I need Siegfried. Real quick, so let me just grab Fallen Abdiel and then No, sorry, there's a dude who has a lower level than this. When it comes to getting Enduring Soul, right? Kudlok, yep. Kudlok indeed. There we go. Let me just grab their essences then. A minute, so save. And then let me do... I guess I'll use them, but yeah, there's no point really. Here we go. Grimoires. Let's just grab Abdiel first. Oh, that's right. You can go up to much higher now. Let's just use 10. Okay, we got the essence. Cool. And then we'll save again. Might have to actually do some grimoire farming at some point for more, if I need more essences or something, but yeah. And then we'll just go into Kudlok and do it manually. Oh, am I gonna run out of grimoires? Nope, I'm not. I am very close though. I might have to do some Mitama farming later. So let's go ahead and kick those two out real quick. And then we'll give those skills to Matador. So I could just find, yeah, there's Abdiel, and we can just find Kudlok a minute manually. Repel Physical. We'll do that instead of High Fist Pleroma. And then Kudlok is K. There he is. Enduring Soul instead of High Restore. There we go. Okay. That should be fine. Let me go grab the extra stat points, and then we'll keep moving. Okay, 2 more vitality for Lucifer. I wonder at what point I should swap off of leveling up agility. Probably like once it gets to 150. I'll just start raising up something else. Cause what is it? I think we could probably actually swap off of it already. Cause I think it's like a certain amount of points above your own level. It doesn't matter as much. So yeah, I could probably swap over to getting like luck to 120 and strength to 120 a minute until we get to like level 120 and then get everything to 30. Okay, yeah. Because I think it's about 10 or 11 levels above your current level, stats start to fall off. So for example, since we're level 109, I think if we get things to like 121 past that, it starts to fall off in terms of like actually being useful. I could be wrong on that, but that's my vague recollection from doing stat allocation during Demi Fiend on hard.
お前か。学校では逃げて悪かった。俺さ、悪魔も戦いも怖くなって逃げたんだ。学園の外に逃げれば大丈夫だと思って全力で走って。でも魔界に去ろうとしていた悪魔に見つかって、そのまま連れて行かれそうになった時、危ないって言ってかばわれたんだ。熱田の妹の病弱な女の子に。あの子ミヤズって言ったよな。戦う力もないか弱い女の子が俺なんかをかばって連れて行かれたんだ。お兄ちゃんならきっとこうしたからって。このままじゃ熱田に顔向けできねえ。せめて熱田の妹を探さないと。
You told him about the students being sheltered at the fairy village.
そりゃよかった。ちょっとほっとした。だけどまだ発見できていない生徒がいるかもしれない。あいつに習った悪魔召喚の技を使ってさらわれた生徒たちを助けようって決めたんだ。だからこっちの調査は俺に任せてくれ。俺はもっと探してみるよ。妖精の村のことはお前に任せる。
南西の方角に多数の
Okay, fairy village time. Getting there. Hopefully we can get through the rest of this area today. What's your guys' favorite area in this game? I think for me, I really do like the new area added with Vengeance, the third area. Other than that, the intro area is really iconic, I feel like. It's a very interesting area because like at that point in the game you don't know like everything about the whole like two Tokyos thing. So you don't know if you're like in the future or what's going on there. And that sense of like unease and ooh, this should be interesting. And unknowingness is like interesting. Okay. Let's debilitate. Heal and buff. Nice. Yeah, with 2 lows on the field. I don't know if that stacks. I wonder if it does. If you have 2 lows on the field. Not that it matters too much, because you can only have one on your side, so the only way to have two is if there's an enemy one. Not sure, maybe that would matter for like one fight or something. I think the only place that would matter is if you're going up against other Loas, or if there was a Abscess that had a Loa. There might be kind of interesting to like mess around with, but the only place where it would really matter. Oh, rail. Let me unlock the rail real quick then. Oops. So glad you can skip the rail animations. Saved a lot of time. They are pretty cool though, to be fair. Okay. Let me go grab this stuff. Oh yeah, this. Isn't there like an achievement or something for like getting all of these? Very nice, Tereke. Oh, sorry to pop up so suddenly. Seeing you fly down that cliff, it just filled me with so much joy. In our language, jumping around all nimble like is called Tereke, you see? Hard to believe it with my height. I know, but I managed a high Tereke or two when I was your age. Thanks for the show, Sonny. Here's a little something for you in return. Appreciate it. Appreciate the thought, at least. If your travels got too rough, jumping like you just did now might help put some more pep in your step. The demon left. Yeah, stuff like that is definitely fun. Having the game respond to your actions there and everything. Oh, nice, the salmon incense. Okay, let me just use that real quick. I should make sure to, Oh, another Mitama. Okay. Won't matter too much because, it's a glory one, but... Okay. Okay, yeah, whatever. Glory Shmori. I wonder if it's possible. Well, it's probably definitely possible. I wonder how long it would take to get to 999 in a single stat without Godborn. Probably a crap long time. Definitely not worth it, but one does have to wonder. Okay. Who are you giving this to? Probably just Agrat. That's fine, yeah. Hey, Oni. How's it going? Hey, Minimon. Okay. Oh, let me ban that bot over on Twitch real quick. Shame, it looks like somebody's actual profile that got hacked. Oh well. Maybe they just have it auto fill out stuff now, so it looks more like a real account. But it looks kind of like a real account, so who knows. How's it going? What you got? Ah, just a skill you don't need. All right. How is your... Did I see that right? Your magic stats 50. Oh, right, yeah. That's fine, I guess. You're not really using magic anyway. Cool to see his stats above 100 besides that. Or 100 or above, I should say. Hey, look! Sister's alright.
Senpai!
Yeah, see there? She said senpai, which is her title, but the English subtitles, and I'm assuming the English translation and dub has her say her actual name.
ミヤザちゃん無事でよかった。フィンさんっていう人が助けてくれてここに連れてきてくれたの。でも怪我をした人がたくさんいてすぐには動けないんです。詳しい話は私たちを助けてくれた妖精族の王に聞いてください。
Alright, Fairy King time. I do like this whole section with the fairies and everything. It's fun to see them as like their own faction again after 4 and everything.
お兄ちゃんに聞きました。悪魔と戦うために姿が変わったけど先輩は先輩だって。この先に妖精族でも何か起こ
Okay. We should try and get the Pixie Navigator while we're here. I think we have to do a quest for her. She's like down further down the river there.
良いですか？
そうね。
そうです。はい。
Right, the I done quest, yeah.
そうね。
Alright, let's go talk to I done then a minute. Okay, I got about another hour. After that, I gotta wrap it up for today. I got something I gotta do. I got a interview I gotta get to, so do have to make sure I wrap it up on time today. But I don't know. I do feel like I've kind of overcommitted a little bit trying to do SMT 5 at the same time as everything else. But, you know, it's been fun to just like come and drop in and play for like a few hours. I would like to get to the end of this area, but we'll see how things go. Because I think we've got this area, right? So we've got this quest area. And then after this, we have a little bit farther to go before we get to Nuwa, so... Or not Nuwa, sorry, Lamu. Names are hard. Hi, Aidon. How's it going? Oh, luck incense. Who should we give that to? I guess probably either Masakato or somebody. Wouldn't be bad to give it to Matador. Yeah, we'll give it to Matador. His luck isn't even over 100 yet. Tamaka. First golden apple should be right over here. It is pretty easy to actually avoid fights if you don't want to fight. It doesn't mean you'll be underleveled for bosses and stuff on a normal playthrough, but we're going to be pretty underleveled one way or another anyway, so might as well just run through the quests and get to the boss fights and stuff, right? Strength bomb. Sure. I'll take that for the Nahabino, sorry. Boy, I'm just striking out with names all over the place today, huh? I don't know, SMT5 Vengeance is like kind of peak gaming. Like, after playing 3 and 4, 5 is just like still stands head and shoulders above both of them. They have their merits, but it's just great to see like how far SMT has come, especially when we get to like go back and do like SMT 1 and 2. I'm sure the like difference will be like night and day. All right, we got 1 apple left. I think we got to go around that way. Yeah, I think I've kind of gotten off track here. Yeah, we gotta go across that bridge there. Nicomadas. I'm probably good without whatever is in those. I don't know, it's just kind of fun to run around the world and do some random fights and stuff every once in a while. Like, the world is just very pretty. I gotta make sure I get some nature shots for the starting soon screen of the game at some point. I think I'm gonna probably work on that later this week. Need to add some more variety in rather than just having everything be Persona 4 golden footage, right? And like 2 clips of Persona 5. Yeah, I gotta work on... I think I gotta spend some time either today or tomorrow and get some footage. Hi and bye. All right, see you, Nash. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your day is going well. I gotta work on some more nature footage or like establishing shots or something for the starting student screen of both this game and I think Yakuza 0. I reinstalled Yakuza 0, so gotta see if there's any mods to help me get like a free cam going or something. Found a way to do free cam in this game outside of just the demon hangouts, but yeah. All right. I should go and recruit the Pixie Navigator before we move on.
先輩、治療薬ができるって聞きました。ありがとうございます。
Man, it is crazy how quick you can get through things without like fighting everything.
沙織が見つかれば。
Oh, hello.
すまねえ、助けられなかった。
ダサイ君。
さっきの丘の上で五木島を連れた悪魔に出会って助けようとしたんだが。
ダサイ先輩、怪我してます。
俺のことより五木島を頼む。
That and I want to make a proper shirt for SMT5 here. I want to try and copy the school outfit a little bit. See if I can find the flower pattern somehow or recreate it for the shirt. I'm not super happy with the body, to be honest with you. I think I might remake it or redraw it a little bit. That or I gotta make some new clothes for it. All right, let me go down towards this way. I think the way we have to go if we want to keep going forward is past that abscess there. Let me just go ahead and how are we doing on MP? We're doing okay. Yeah, I guess when you just like beeline straight to the next boss fight and like kind of skip through most of the dialogue, you can really get through this game quite quickly. When you skip all the content, you get through the game really quickly. Who could have guessed? I think that's for Demeter and everything. What I want is this Pixie over here. We want to start this quest over here. Oh, this is you got me. This is the yeah,
いや
deduction thing. All right, so I have to talk to everybody. If I remember correctly, I think it was the Agathions, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. It's fun that Pixie has these like walking animations and stuff. Or I guess flying animations in this case. Although I wish her base movement speed was a little bit faster for this section. It was either Agathion or Pyrojack and Jack Frost. I can't remember if it's the Agathions or Pyrojack and stuff. What did the Jack say again? I think it's Jack Frost, isn't it? Or is it Pyrojack?
少年
Oh, it just tells you you're wrong if you say the wrong thing. Yeah, it's Jack-o'-lantern, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Nice. We got the apple and we got Pixie as a navigator. All right. Let me grab this and then we'll teleport back real quick. I could go grab the save point down there, but I think I'm fine for now. Agility and sense, we'll give that to somebody. Maybe Matador, so he doesn't miss as much. His agility is already really high though. Sure, that's fine. Okay, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then when I get back, we'll, I think we're getting pretty close to Lamu, so I'll run over there as soon as I get back. BRB. Okay, I'm back. All right. So back over here. There we go. All right. Do we need to restore MP? I think we're good. All right. Okay. Let's run back up here then. Anime paperweight. Right, I forgot about that stuff, yeah. Some interesting items for sure. Okay. And then we got to go up along this ridge. And then instead of going straight towards the abscess, we have to turn left up there. Come to think of it, I really haven't done too many of the abscess fights. I think I did like one, maybe. There's not much of a reason to do them on Godborn. Or at least not at this point. I got everything, so. Ah. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. No way. Okay. Okay. There we go. Finally. Okay. Level 110. Let's go and start putting points into like luck and strength again. Thanks for healing us, Tao. Jump around this dude. Vitality incense. Go ahead and give that to Nuwa, probably. Yeah. Her vitality's not even that high yet, so. There's the, I might as well go grab it real quick. Let me just grab this save point real quick. I'll go back around. How's it going, little man? Nope, I'm good. Like that song there. But, nope, I'm good. So wait, where do we go from here? Shoot. I thought we had to go up here, but... maybe it's down this way? Pretty sure this is a dead end, though. Oh, is it up the mountain, maybe? Hold on. Yeah, right. Okay. Chakra drop. I really gotta buy some more Amrita sodas. Mental note, buy some more Amrita sodas before we go up against Lamu. Rail. Yeah, because I thought this was a dead end. I'm trying to think, because Lamu's... oh, right. I remember now. I remember. You have to go back over here. Because before there was a... well, no. Because this is where that angel is. And we have to wait later. No, okay, my bad. Yeah, he's over here. Okay. There was a spot where we couldn't go before, and now we can get over there. Where Lamu is hiding out. Yeah, we have to get past this. Okay. Before we can get past this, because of somebody standing in the way. I think it was Cert, isn't it? Cert puts up a big old wall or something. Or is that in the third area? That might be in the third area. Yeah. Let me grab this real quick. Okay. And then Lamu should be right over there. Okay. Let me think. So, let me go into World of Shadows. Let me just see what Lamu's inherent resistances and stuff are real quick. Lamu. Yep. Weak to fire. Okay. I don't think I have a multi-hit fire though, do I? Oh, do I have to make Agrat finally actually deal damage? Fire damage? No, she already has fire damage. I could just give her that, yeah. Unless... Satan's pretty much about the same. Who has a higher magic stat? Doesn't matter too much for this. Well, Agrat can inherently crit, so that's nice. Yeah, I guess I'll just swap out Queen's Decree and maybe buy another couple of things for that. Okay. Well, does Satan resist poison or something, maybe? No, he doesn't. Does have better resistances, though. But I mean, if we're already gonna run Nuwa, it should be fine. Yeah, okay. Let's swap out Queen's Decree for Magabarion or whatever. And then maybe grab Fire Pleroma instead of Almighty Pleroma. Oh, finally a use for Abaddon. I see him every single time we go to grab something, so yeah. Mercifully, that's fine. And then we'll also grab Fire Pleroma for this fight. Long term, it'd be better to swap this out for High Ice Pleroma, but for now. For this upcoming fight, it'll be more useful to have Fire Pleroma here. Instead of High Almighty. Okay. And then if we need to, we can also swap in Satan. How much money do we have? I have to go buy some more Amrita sodas anyway. So let me swap in Agrat. Let me go to the Cadaver Hollow. Okay. Sell everything I got on me. Let me go grab... Oh, here they are. Let me just buy like 15 of them. Oh, they're like super cheap. Never mind. Let me buy like a couple more of these. Just max out on them. Yeah. Let me go ahead and grab a couple of Fire Sutras. Yeah. How many do I need? I need 2 at most. I can only afford 1. Okay, we'll grab 1. We could do some Mitama grinding if we need to for that, but for now. Yeah, I'm not going to use a bunch of bombs or anything, but if we can get this stuff leveled up, might as well do it. Matador's got his at +9, yeah? Yeah. Alright, let me go and save, and we'll try Lamu a minute. See how that goes. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
決心ってそもそも一つになるってどういうこと？
一つになるとはナホビノになるということ。奪われた半身を本当の自分を取り戻すということよ。
本当の自分。
世と一つになればそちの悩みも完結するぞ。
見つけた。沙織を返して。
何を言う。世とその半身は一緒にいるのは自然であろう。
自然。沙織、そいつといちゃダメだよ。帰ろう。でも私は
ラフムは彼女に執着している。その隙をついて攻撃が可能。了解。
前たちを始末してやる。
Okay. That's a good start to this fight. All right. Let's go and debilitate. Oh, they resist? Okay. I thought he was weak to fire. Alright, well, at least we'll get the extra press turn here. Let me go ahead and Kanabi Veil. Heal and buff. And then go ahead and just defend a minute. Items, Spyglass. Oh, weak to wind and light. Okay. Well, let's double up on our next turn. We'll do that. We'll swap out Agrat for the other new minute. Let's go ahead and debilitate here, since we've already Kanabi veiled. Okay, let me change out Agrat for the other Nuwa. I'm seeing double. All right, double trouble. Let's go ahead and buff and heal. We'll go ahead and re-up the taunt. Go ahead and sacrifice a play. We'll Omnipotent Succession and Kanabi Veil. And then we'll bowl. Okay. Kanabi Veil. Do I need to heal yet? No, not yet. We'll just pass. Guard. And sacrifice the play. Evergreen Dance. Nice. That worked out pretty well. Amagaki critical time. Murakumo. That's one of them down. Energy drain. Might as well attack for the press turn. Sacrifice the play. Debilitate's doing fine. It's Evergreen. Well, that's Kanabi Veil. We'll re-up buffs a minute. We gotta re-up the taunt. Sacrifice the play. Evergreen Dance. And we'll go and bowl. Okay. Maybe his second form is weak to fire. In which case, then I can swap out Nuwa. But yeah. Let's go and read up the debilitate. Buffs are fine. We'll just pass. And guard. Kanabi. Okay. Mud. Okay. She has to re-up her buff, doesn't she? Okay. Kanabi. Oh, I forgot to omnipotent. Oh well. Let's make sure to omnipotent this time. Debilitate's doing fine. Kanabi. We'll go and pass. Nice new recover from the ailment. Go and guard. Sacrifice. Evergreen. Bowl. Firmament. Kanabi. Re-up the taunt. Okay. Nice timing. Critical. Looks like I have to re-up debilitate at some point too. There's another one down. Attack for the press turn. Re-up debilitate. Go ahead and defend. Kanabi. Oh, just energy drain, that's fine. Yeah. Re-up buffs. You're gonna have to re-up your thing, so. Go ahead and pass. Do a recovered. Guard. Oh, that's right. I forgot he keeps healing his tentacles when he does that. Yeah. I see. I see how it is. So maybe I should focus on one at a time then? Nah, maybe. Either way, let's just spool. I mean, at this rate, we'll eventually win. It's just a matter of time.
We'll do the next turn. Because if I do it right now, she's gonna... Yeah. That mud's gonna muck us up. There we go. Okay, now we can go ahead and do it. Magaki critical. Let's get rid of one of those tentacles then. Thought for sure she'd be done with that by now, so oh well. That's one of them gone. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. We didn't get the element this time. Although that should have, yeah, revived his tentacle. All right. Wonder how the second phase of this will go. I guess we'll find out here soon enough. I messed up there. I bowled when I should have, Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and critical. Get rid of another one of these tentacles. Only a couple left, I think. Yep. See if Murakumo can. Yep, nice. Another one down. One left. Okay. Phase 1 is almost over. Let's see. Full? Full. Maybe we should have tasked this Fierce Roar. Yeah, there we go. Alright, this should be the end of phase 1, and then we'll see how the next phase goes. Pretty much should be the end of phase 1. I'm not sure if, now that we're attacking the main thing, if that's going to be any different. Okay, still weak to wind then. That's good to know. He should have different attacks now, though. I thought there was more to this fight. Maybe once you get rid of the main thing, like there's a cutscene and he transforms? Can't remember. I thought there was more to this fight. No? Okay, I guess we'll find out. See if that's the end of it or not. Yeah, there's the, okay, here's the second phase. There it is. Okay. Alright, turn up the music here. Alright, here we go. So this form should be weak to fire, so let's change out Nuwa for Agrat. Yep, there we go. This form is weak to fire. There's its unique. Okay. Okay. Starting to get in the groove again. Bit of a rough start, but we got there. Ah, you get a crit. Unfortunate. Incoming Magatsuhi skill. Okay. What do we want to do here? Do we want a Kanabi Veil? Yeah, Kanabi Veil. Gotta set up another Omnipotent and everything, so. Overheal. Special since we're about to go into a Magatsuhi turn. Debilitate's still good, so I just evergreen. Okay. Interesting. Looks like Amagaki Pierce doesn't affect ailment skills. Like it didn't let the ailment skill pierce the Nahabino's blocking of ailments from the Demi-Fiend essence, so that's interesting to know. Debilitate Kanabi Veil. We'll debilitate on that turn. And then we're good here, so Amrita Soda. Fierce Roar. Agabarion. And now we can debilitate again. Yep. Okay. I haven't bold, but might as well heal and re-up stats then. Just guard. Agabarion. We just up debilitate, so evergreen. And we'll just go in bull, because otherwise she just defend anyway. Okay. Ah, we're just short. Okay, we'll have to just do it next turn, I guess. Yeah, that's fine, because she has to re-up Fierce Roar this turn anyway. No point in really re-upping Evergreen Dance. We're gonna get that next turn anyway, so just re-up Debilitate. Pass and defend. Megabarion. And then I guess we'll just go ahead and... Have we actually scanned this dude? We haven't. Might as well. Okay. Yeah, so fire was the way to go. Okay. Okay, it's gonna go for a Magatsuki turn. How's its health actually doing? Guess we'll find out after this. Too bad we didn't get the extra press turn, but might as well just go for it. I think it's gonna go into low health after this. Yeah. Not sure if that changes AI or not. I don't think so, but I guess we'll find out. Just go ahead and punch the guy. Just go and bowl. And try defend or pass. Well, we're about to go into a Magatsuki turn, so I might as well guard. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and Amrita Soda. Pass. Re-up Fierce Roar. Agabarion. Penavi Veil. Pass and defend. Okay. Omnipotent. Debilitate's fine. I kind of want a Kanabi Veil here, but I do need Sakya to re-up her buffs. So I'm just going to have to Amrita Soda here. Do I pass here? No, I think I just guard. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it should be down by the time we do the next, Yeah, he's almost dead. Oh, do I need to debilitate? Shoot. Yeah, I needed to debilitate. Okay. Do I have an item for that, maybe? Probably not. Maybe? I have dampeners, concentrate. Yeah, okay. Passing guard, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this should be the end. Honestly, these Murakumos, even without the debilitate, should kill. Murakumo. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Could have just Omogaki critical, I guess. Alright. Ragnarok. Okay. Do not need that on you. Very fitting for Lucifer, but not needed.
も言わなくていいから一緒に帰ろう。二人とも聞いて。あのね、二人ともバカね。
I forgot about this part.
そんな。
この娘はすでにラフムに。
Kind of interesting how they got creative with not showing gore by having like Magatsuki come out of like people or whatever.
小さくな相手であったが、これで世の偉大さを理解できたであろう。世をたたえ、震えながら生きがい。さあ、お前も世の生贄となれ。
Oh yeah, I forgot she quote unquote dies here.
また何もできなかった。私には。
And then she like sacrifices what's left of her life to save us, doesn't she? Forgot about that part.
嘆くな。そなたには使命がある。その使命に目覚める時だ。
目覚め。
さあ、内なる意識を解放するのだ。
私の使命は。
この娘、一体何を。
この命に変えても彼らを死なせはしない。さあ、受け取って私の命を。
Man, I don't care about this sacrifice bit. It's such a nothing burger of a like sacrifice thing. I don't know. It just doesn't hit quite too hard when girl sacrifices herself for the MC here.
なぜ生きているのだ。さっきの娘がそのような力を。
It's too bad that you don't get to fight her in this actual phase. Like there's not like the second phase isn't like fighting like an actual Nahabino here. Nahabino. I think the only other time you fight a Nahabino is like towards the very end when you fight the like law or chaos representative, depending on what path you're on, or both if you're on the true neutral route.
ありがとう。これで。
嫌だ。よこそな。そうせよ。
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like this the sacrifice thing here lacks impact. Because you don't know too much about Tao at this point in the game.
無事だったか。
Even after coming from Canon to Vengeance, where you get to see more of her, it still lacks a little bit of impact for me.
She has a bit more personality in Canon of Vengeance, but Tao is mostly just, I am healing girl. I am girl. I feel like both... I don't know. I just find her to be like very I am girl without too much personality, unfortunately. She gets a bit further expanded in Canon of Vengeance, where you can see a bit more of her personality and she changes a little bit, you know. But with the whole vengeance idea and motif and Tao like pushing up against her and like causing her to like think harder and like kind of actually articulate what she believes and figure out what for herself what she actually believes. But yeah, okay, all right, I think that's probably good for today. Yeah, I gotta go eat something before that interview. So
私は間違えたのだろうか。人間をさ、世界、時代、せめて過去を嘆いても。
Yeah, let's go ahead and save. And when we pick up next week, we'll go ahead and keep working on getting through Godborn then. Well, next time we play, we'll probably start getting to the third area, which is where the big roadblock should be. Things should start getting serious at that point. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, Nuwa is a good demon. I'll have to maybe throw some better skills onto Agarat. Or I should say, throw some ice skills onto Agarat. Swap out this Fire Pleroman and Magabarion for ice skills a minute. Give her a bit more coverage. Because our only other ice user right now is Nahabino. Nahabiho, sorry. Which, while useful, is not great for like multi-target. I don't know, maybe I just throw like a multi-target ice attack on Agrat, because if we're using single target, well, I guess we want both Agrat and Nahabiho. But it's hard to give up like a healer slot or a tank slot at this point. Maybe once people are a bit more tanky, we can like go for that, but most of the time I'm just having like one damage dealer right now, so I don't know what the answer is. Or we could go ahead and throw like multi-hit ice attack on Lucifer or something, but it would probably be better on Agrat. Maybe instead of ice, Lucifer should be electric, because we only have Zeus for electric. We could throw like multi-hit electric on him or something, because Zeus is like single target. Oh, I also need to throw a crit rating, crit up skill on here instead of Patna Bane. Yeah, there's some things I can tie up a little bit before the next time we play. So anyway, yeah, thanks guys so much for hanging out. Again, these streams are kind of fun. I might have overcommitted, honestly, when it comes to doing these streams, because I probably could have like just doubled down on like, I don't know, Yakuza or something, but it's been fun. It's been cool. Got to play some SMT 5 Vengeance, so been enjoying that and everything. So yep. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat some lunch, I guess, and get ready for that interview. Hopefully it goes well. I guess I'll get the Discord command fixed and everything. Thanks everybody for watching and everything. Nash, Jaffinator, Lorenzo, Chloe, Gold, British Snorlax, Darth, Aiden, Jeppo. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll hopefully see
tomorrow. If not, maybe I'll see you this weekend for P4. Either way, hope you guys are having a good week. And in case I don't see you, hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you guys.